Hoy, para dito kay Bakula, walang iya ka. Hindi ka na nakontento doon sa iyong Injustice Committee. Tapos na. Sa Senado na tayo mag-uusap-usap. Ano na naman ba itong presko na to? Lang nga talaga tong mga congressman na to. Jinky Luistro! Isip na to. Dito sa video na to, pag-usapan ho natin ang presko nitong prosecution panel para sa impeachment. Ito si VP Sara. So like at subscribe. Masaya na ho tayo dyan at sa mga gusto sumali sa ating community. Yung join button nandyan lang sa baba. Pambihira talagang dapat talaga maya't maya merong update ang sambayan ng Pilipino para dito sa mga kabalbalan itong mga congressman. Anyway, rekta na ho tayo dyan sa press con nila na yan. Alam naman ho ng buong sambayan na puro kabalbalan yan. Ito nga ho pala, hindi ho kinukonsidera bilang isa sa mga hahawak ng Blue Ribbon Committee itong si Ping Lacson Boy Tago. Given na ho yun dahil nakita nyo naman ho ngayong mga panahon na to talagang hinostage ho niya yung pagdinig. Dahil nga naman, di umano base dito kay Senator Rodante Marcoleta, direktang nakinabang yung mga kandidato ng alyansa ng mga magnanakaw doon sa mga flag control kickback noong nagdalaang election. We are considering Sen Marcoleta pero we are also considering someone else. Sasabihin ko na, we are considering Sen Pia. Good choice. Magaling. Walang problema. Palakpakan. Palakpakan. Sen Pia, Sen Rodante Marcoleta, kahit alin sa dalawa na yan, hindi ko tayo magkakamali. As long na itutuloy ang investigasyon, ipatawag yung mga dapat ipatawag at magkaalaman na kung sino nga ba ang mastermind dito sa mga maanumalyang flood control kickback. O, rekta ho tayo dito sa press con itong si Bakulaw, Jinky Luistro, Saba de Lima, itong si Joel Chua, itong si Boy Kulangot, yung sa dulo si si Rog Gutierrez. Pero lang ho natin.
Isabel Maria J. Zamora, option 1.
Ako, tapusin na natin kabalbal ng pagpapakilala na yan.
Former Justice E. Police. Develop Coast Current Committee of Dangerous Drugs Chairman John G. Suwan. Accountability Chairman Marks of Lead Prosecutor Chairperson Jinky Luistro.
Yan, si Jinky Bakulaw.
Thank you.
Game.
Good afternoon,
Pagka wala kang dito, opening salvo lang yakap, Jinky Bakulaw. Ayusin mo.
everyone.
Inaabangan ko yung yung nakasulat ha.
This is actually our first appearance as members of the prosecution panel.
Pero madalas naman namin kayong nakikita sa sa Injustice Committee. Yung press con nyo na yan, meron ba kayong bago? Meron ba kayong bago? Na-refine nyo na ba yung testimonya nitong si Madriaga?
The House of Representatives. We would like to update our beloved countrymen that the panel of prosecutors are ready to appear before the impeachment court. As we have witnessed yesterday, the impeachment court already convened, and we commend the action of the Senate of the Philippines for responding to the mandate of the Constitution. Nevertheless, let us all be reminded that what is mandated to be forthwith is not only the convening, it is the trial that is mandated to be forthwith. We therefore look forward that after the pre-trial, we will immediately proceed to the presentation of witnesses, presentation of evidence, and consequently to the judgment. By judgment, it's only either acquittal or conviction. We are currently preparing already for the forthcoming pre-trial and trial of these articles of impeachment.
Ako rin, nagpe-prepare na ako dito. Nagpe-prepare na ho tayo dito sa PH update. Hindi ho natin inaasahan na aabot ho tayo dito sa punto na to. Pero, yarin lamang nandito na tayo, sabayan na ho ito mga kababayan.
And I wish to share with you the teams that we have created. You will remember that the articles are summarized into 4. Article 1 pertains to threats and destabilization. No. This is actually just a list of the assignment per article that was given to the 11 prosecutors. But this does not necessarily follow the way it was presented in the articles of impeachment. And this does not follow as well the sequence by which the same will be presented. This is a matter which is still being discussed. But nevertheless, we wish to share with you that for threats and destabilization, this is led by our colleague, our STML, Kong Lawrence Defensor. And with Kong Lawrence,
Meron ho silang division kung sinong hahawak kada articles of impeachment. Ba mahusay? Hindi lang ho pala si Baculaw ang maririnig natin dyan sa impeachment trial. Ha? Magaling,
Defensor,
galing. Ayos yan.
as members of this article or team, we have Kong Laila de Lima,
Yeah.
Kong Bel Zamora,
Yan.
and this representation. Another article is bribery. And this article is being led by Congressman Joel Chua.
Bribery, aba.
Joining
ayos.
him in the article of bribery are Congressman Rog Gutierrez, Congresswoman Kakabag-Aw, and Congresswoman Bel Zamora. Another article is unexplained wealth. This article is being led by Congressman Terry Ridon. And with him are the following:
Yan.
Congressman Chel Jokno, Congressman Kakabag-Aw,
Kakabag-aw.
Congressman Rog Gutierrez,
Rog Gutierrez. Yung one rider party list na ginamit yung advokasya nitong si ano pangalan nun yung nagmumotor ano tawag ba one rider baka one contractor. Dapat di one rider yan si Rog, dapat one contractor party list. Wala lang, magandang pangalan, one contractor o kaya father contractor party list. Okay din naman yung father contractor, di ba? Oh.
this representation, Congressman Joel Chua, Congresswoman Laila de Lima, Congressman Lord Suwan, and finally Congressman Jonathan Keith Flores.
Sikit Flores.
The fourth article is
Diyan ka bibilib kay Kit Flores. Hindi bumoto, wala wata siya nung butuhan dyan sa impeachment, sa plenaryo, sa House of Representatives. Pero kasama ho siya sa prosecution team. Palakpakan ho natin si Kit Flores. Yan naman ako bumibilib sa mga congressman. Kahit hindi ka bumoto, pwede mong idepensa yung mga kabalbalan ng mga congressman dyan sa impeachment court. Di ba? Ang galing, ang galing.
confidential fund.
Approve.
This is to be led by this representation. And with me in this team are the following: Congressman Joel Chua, Congressman Lawrence Defensor,
Yan. Gusto ko
Congressman
yan.
Rog Gutierrez,
Rog Gutierrez.
Congressman Lord Suwan,
Lord Suwan.
Congressman Jonathan Keith Flores,
Ay, si Kit.
Congressman Chel Jokno, and Congressman Terry Ridon. Like what I have said, this is the assignment so far.
Dream team no? Dream team sa impeachment ni VP Sara, nagsama-sama yung mga mga palsipikado. De Lima, mahilig sa driver bodyguard. Si Baculaw, mahilig mantago ng asawa. Sino pa nga ba? Marami sila. Yung isa may kabit. Bahala kayo dyan.
With respect to
Yayo.
the four articles of impeachment as to the participation
Sakit sa ulo.
which the 11 prosecutors will be handling. Nevertheless, as we continue to prepare, there can be some adjustments, but rest assured that the 11 prosecutors are already on its full swing of preparation.
Yan.
So come the pre-trial and the trial, you will expect that the 11 prosecutors will be there to appear before the impeachment court.
Yan ang gusto naman namin. yan talaga gusto namin. Gusto ko kumpleto kayo. Kumpleto kayo doon, ha? Pero yung sabi mo kay Dilima, yung driver niya, driver bodyguard niya, wag niya nang isama sa loob, ha? Doon lang siya sa garahe. Hintayin lang niya doon si Dilima. Mahilig eh, no? Kaya ka, Dilima, ha? Ayusin mo sa impeachment. Ayusin mo. Wag, ano yun, make or break. Pagka hindi nyo na-impeach si BP Sara, mga walang ya kayo. Siguraduhin nyo lang, ha? Siguraduhin nyo lang na mai-impeach si BP Sara. Pagka hindi nyo na-impeach si BP Sara, sorry na lang sa inyo. Kailangan mo na magbayad ng utang mo, Jinky Baculaw.
So, for the opening
Di
statement,
ba sabi ni BP, meron daw utang di umano itong si Baculaw doon sa law office ng asawa ni VP? Kay Attorney Mans? Di ba? Di naman sa atin ang galing.
that is quite short, but of course, the 11 prosecutors, the 10, are ready to answer your questions. Ryan?
Thank you, ma'am. To open the media question, we will call on Marian Enriquez of TV5 for today's first question.
Good afternoon po. Since may hatian na po tayo, how confident po yung prosecution panel in proving the allegations po, the articles of impeachment? Siguro
Si ate, oh.
per article kung sino yung
Yung mga reporter ng News 5, puro balahura ho yan mula kay Mian Los Baños hanggang dito sa atin na to.
lead can share po.
Mm.
Paano po kayo naghahanda and how confident are you to share your evidence?
We're very confident with the evidence that we have. We have been prepared with this since last year, and with a vote of confidence of 255 members of Congress and 257 members of Congress, and the evidence being very obvious and very clear, it speaks for itself.
Mm.
We have more evidence to support.
Sarap sarap tanongin, no? Anong feeling na pinagtatanggol nyo yung magnanakaw sa Malacanang? Anong feeling nakikiisa doon sa naratibo na kailangan hindi makaupo si Sara Duterte para hindi mapanagot yung mga nagnakaw sa mga maanumalyang flood control project? Ay, oo nga pala. Nanggaling nga pala sa inyo, no? Karamihan pala sa inyo dyan sa House of Representatives may pananagutan. Oo, interest nga naman pala ng mga congressman na hindi makaupo sa 2028 si BP Sara. Dahil pagka nagkataon, talagang di lang ho bloodbath ang mangyayari dyan sa House. Pambihira. Good luck na lang. Good luck na lang.
Support the same. We have witnesses to present, and we are
Preset
certain
lang ng
that
preset.
once the evidence is presented
Hmm.
in the Senate impeachment court, we can secure a conviction
Hmm.
even for this article alone.
Okay, on unexplained wealth, no, nakita naman na po natin yung body of evidence
Anak ng Petrang Garapata, mag-aano lang pala tayo dito, maglolokohan lang tayo. Nangangati na ba yung mga dila nyo, ha? Hoy, Baculaw na mismo na bang maging Justice Committee? Wala na bang hearing kaya kailangan magpe-press con na lang tayo? Mga walang yan to.
during the course of the House Committee on Justice proceedings. We don't want to discuss further yung po mga detalye as before because we are within the impeachment trial process already. But yung po mga dagdag na mga ebidensya which did not get disclosed during the course of the committee proceedings, we will seek to present it during trial. Kasama po dyan yung unsealing of the BIR box. Kasama din po dito yung pagbubukas ng pong bank accounts ng pong mag-asawang Duterte Carpio. So, given the entirety of the body of evidence that we had seen, tingin ko naman po on unexplained wealth pa lang po, we can secure a conviction
Yan.
of the Vice President.
Siguraduhin nyo, walang nga kayo.
With respect to the articles regarding the bribery,
Oh.
ito naman po ay nakita na natin during the committee hearing of the good government during the 19th Congress. And ito rin po yung magiging presentation natin. But of course, since the impeachment court had already convened, we are barred from discussing about the merits. So, but rest assured, everything will be according to kung ano man yung plan tsaka legal strategies na amin pong gagawin. Salamat po.
For confidential fund, we wish to express our confidence in proving this article, establishing the guilt of the respondent. We have seen the evidence already. As a matter of fact, as early as during the 19th Congress, during the inquiry in aid of legislation of the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability.
Yan.
You will recall the testimony that was presented by PSA.
Kung malakas ang ebidensya, di nyo na kailangan gawin yan. Di nyo na kailangan kondisyonan ng utak ng ating mga kababayan na malakas ang ebidensya. Kahit ipagpilitan yung malakas ang ebidensya kung puro basura ang maririnig ng ating mga kababayan. Tandaan nyo ha, hindi yes man ang impeachment court. Okay? Ito kasi narrative setting ang tawag dito. Ito yung tinatawag na ipapafeel nila sa sambayan ng Pilipino na malakas ang ebidensya, kompleto ang ebidensya. Ngayon, pagka hindi kinonvict ng impeachment court itong si BP Sara, ibig sabihin, hindi nila ginawa ang kanilang trabaho. Narrative setting ho ito. Wag ho kayong magpabola, magpaloko. Sabihan nyo ho yung mga kamag-anak nyo dahil inuunggoy na naman ho tayo nitong si Baculaw. Dahil kailangan kasi maya ulit-ulitin na malakas ang ebidensya. Dapat ito palang article na to, impeach na si Sara. Bakit? Para pagka hindi siya na-impeach, lumitaw yung mga kapalpakan nila dyan sa impeachment court, sasabihin nila, luto. Hindi ginawa ng mga senador ang trabaho nila. Mga luko-luko.
About the fictitious names appearing in the documents evidencing payment. You will remember also the testimony of the NBI
Nako?
about the signatures, which appear to have been authored by only few number of persons. So we can also include the notices of disallowance recently issued by the COA, as well as the denial of the appeal of the respondent vice president, which means they are affirming the 73 million notice of disallowance for 2022. So,
Malakas talaga.
like what Kong Joel Chua already mentioned and Kong Terry Ridon, we cannot discuss anymore on the merits because we have entered our appearance already as public prosecutors yesterday, and we are bound by the prohibition which is included in the Senate rules on impeachment. Nonetheless, we are reiterating our confidence in establishing and proving these 4 articles of impeachment.
Last na lang po from my end.
Go ahead.
Chair, can you also divulge na po kung pwede, kung sino yung mga private prosecutors, napiling mga spokesperson, impeachment managers, and also you mentioned during your opening statement, let us all be reminded the
Maagos ng
enforcement is
pera,
not
no?
only the convening, it is the trial that is mandated. May fears po ba, may concerns po ba tayo na harangin pa muli yung trial?
I am actually very positive about the impeachment court because they responded already to the mandate of convening forthwith. Nevertheless, we just want to remind our beloved countrymen that what is being mandated by the Constitution is not only convening forthwith. What is mandated is trial forthwith. By trial, it means presentation of evidence, presentation of witnesses, which will lead to decision of either conviction or acquittal. We are positive and we look forward that we will be appearing during the pre-trial and thereafter the trial, where we will be presenting all the evidence for the prosecution. Well, I understand that Rene Co already mentioned publicly that she's one of the talking heads. And I wish to include the name of Congressman Zia Adjong.
Zia lang
Congressman
to, Jong.
Zia Adjong.
Pwede. Pwede. Basta makapal ang mukha, pwede maging tagapagsalita ng impeachment. Good siyan. Approve. Pakapalan lang naman ang mukha dyan eh. Kung tagapagsalita ka at private prosecutor ka, makapal ang mukha mo. Pero pagka ikaw ay humarap dyan sa pagdinig sa impeachment court, ay hindi lang makapal ang mukha mo. Anak ng toka, hindi lang mukha ang makapal sa'yo. Pati maleta makapal sa'yo. Yan ang sigurado.
So there are two
Ano ba, marami kang damit. Talagay sa maleta, di ba bakulaw?
of them who at this time are
Masyado mga
will be
malisyosa.
speaking
Ayan.
for the House of Representatives panel of prosecutors. Right now, we are calling them talking heads of the House of Representatives. We will see if later on we will be engaging a separate person to appear as the spokesperson for the panel of prosecutors. And then about the private prosecutors, we're still in the process of finalizing them. But
Finalizing
as soon
pa.
as we are done finalizing the list of private prosecutors, we will be sharing this publicly.
Yan, ayos. Ayos.
About the impeachment manager, I cannot comment yet. We are just helping each other without any designation. But let's see if in the future we will come up with a person who will be designated formally as the impeachment manager.
Thank you. Are there any other comments from the House prosecutors? If none, we will recognize Jonathan Andal from GMA7. You may proceed. Good afternoon.
Hindi ko na ako babalagbakin itong mga bakulaw na to. Kayo na ho bahala dito ha. Ayaan lang ho natin gumana yung video para talagang namnamin ng ating mga kababayan yung mga kabututan na pinaggagawa ng House of Representative ngayong mga panahon na to. 255 ha. Para doon sa mga 255 na congressman na pumirma dyan sa impeachment na yan, wala nang ano yun, wala na sorry yun. Pag na-acquit si BP Sara dyan, anak na to ko, huwag kayong magte-text sa kanya, kakapal na mga mukha nyo. At para dito kay Bakulaw, kausapin mo na asawa mo, okay? Pakinggan na, tuloy natin mga kababayan.
Ayun po, Congressman Keith Flores, lahat po ng kasama nyo rito bumoto ng yes sa impeachment. Kayo lang po yung nag-abstain. Pero kayo po ay public prosecutor ngayon. Pwede po malaman ang dahilan, ano po ang reason, bakit kayo nag-abstain at bakit nyo rin po tinanggap na maging public prosecutor?
Well, being prosecutor is the collective wisdom of the members of Congress. No? So I was nominated and elected. And after that, I took on the role as public prosecutor.
Ano po yung reason, sir, kung bakit kayo nag-abstain? Pwede po malaman.
Well, there were personal and political reasons for abstaining, but it wasn't about the articles of impeachment.
Thank you, sir. Last question na. Ma'am, can you walk us through sa magiging sa proseso ng pre-trial stage? Ano ang mga mangyayari doon? Gaano katagal ang aabutin nito bago tumungo sa mismong trial?
Well, by pre-trial, what I can share with you is my experience in the ordinary criminal case, no? There will be stipulation of facts, there will be submission of the name of the witnesses, and submission of the documents to be presented. But we have to know yet as to what will be the rules of the impeachment court with respect to the conduct of the pre-trial. I hope that we will be given the opportunity as well to participate in coming up with these rules which will govern the pre-trial of this impeachment proceeding.
Last na po. Yung mga private prosecutor na kukunin po ninyo, allowed po ba sila to conduct cross-examination? Ano po ang nasasabi sa rules?
Well, cross-examination is allowed every after direct examination of the witness, be it a witness of the prosecution or a witness of the defense. So to your question as to whether the public prosecutors are allowed, so long as they are under the direct control and supervision of the public prosecutors, private prosecutors are allowed.
Thank you. Let us now go to Lance Mexico of Newswatch. Lance?
Hello, good afternoon po. Siguro po first to Congresswoman Luistro or Prosecutor Luistro, may survey po na lumabas kamakailan na nagsasabi na public opinion is still yung preferred ng mga tao over evidence daw pagdating sa impeachment ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Sa inyo po bilang lead prosecutor, how will you convince not just the prosecutor, not just the judges, the senator judges, but also the public that there is enough reason to convict the Vice President?
Evidence and public opinion are very much intertwined. If you will be able to present strong evidence, therefore you will be able to get a favorable public opinion. Both are significant for us to be able to establish the 4 articles of impeachment.
Right now po, siguro anyone can answer kung sino po yung gusto. Ano po yung biggest challenge na nakikita ng mga prosecutors sa paparating na impeachment trial? Anyone can answer po. Okay po. Sige, si Congressman Defensor.
One of the biggest challenges that we face is fake news, trolls na mali ang ikinakalat na balita, maling ebidensya ang binabarina sa utak ng ating mga kababayan. Ang fake news at trolls, dapat matigil na yan. And this impeachment is one of the biggest step that we can take for accountability to start in this country. Pero dapat ma-overcome din natin ang fake news dahil hindi natin maaabot ang katotohanan, hindi lang sa impeachment na to, but truth in everyday living kung hindi natin ma-overcome ang fake news at mga trolls na umaatake hindi lang sa House of Representatives, but to truth itself.
Thank you, Kong. Siguro last na po on my end to Congresswoman Luistro. We are all aware po dun sa Senate leadership change nitong nakaraan. And hanggang ngayon po, medyo uncertain pa rin because 13-11 pa rin yung majority and minority. Is this something na concern po ang prosecutors? I mean, are you concerned with the current majority members or with the current lineup of senators, especially dun sa majority ay kilala naman pong kaalyado talaga ni VP Sara at ng mga Dutertes?
Well, let us all be reminded that this is a constitutional duty that the public prosecutors are trying to fulfill. So regardless of who are in the majority and who are in the minority, the 11 prosecutors will be very much obliged to help establish these 4 articles of impeachment. We wish to express also our highest respect to all the senator judges. We understand that even they are responding to their constitutional duty. So we expect that we as public prosecutors will be responding to their mandate in the same way that the senator judges will be impartial and independent in hearing and resolving these articles of impeachment as what the Constitution mandates.
Thank you, Lance. Dwight De Leon of Rappler, go ahead with your questions.
Hello po, good afternoon. Balik lang po ako kay Congressman Keith Flores. If you may just expound kung ano po yung personal political reasons for not voting in favor of, or for basically not voting po sa impeachment, given that last year you also, if I'm not mistaken, you signed the impeachment case against the Vice President, and does it undermine the optics of the prosecution team that one of the members didn't vote in favor of impeachment?
Well, again, as I said, it's personal political reasons. But it's not the first time that public prosecutor was nominated and elected in the impeachment process as a public prosecutor. No? It happened before when a public prosecutor also did not vote for the articles of impeachment but was nominated and elected by the House. Again, as I said, I yield to the collective wisdom of the members of the House when they elected me.
Is part of the reason, siguro po, based on consultation with constituents, did that play a role in why you didn't vote in favor of impeachment?
Well, yes, that played a factor of my decision on abstaining. But it wasn't because of the articles of impeachment. I could not, in good conscience, vote against the articles of impeachment because I was present all along when the Committee on Justice heard the evidence presented before.
When you say, sir, that your constituents played a role, is it because you consulted them and they had hesitations, they had reservations when it comes to the impeachment case?
Well, I think it cannot be denied that there are a lot of people in Mindanao who are actually for the vice president. So that playing a factor, yes, that played a factor also in my considerations whether to vote or not to vote. But also as far as maybe the trust and confidence of the members of the House, maybe because I was already a member of the impeachment prosecutors in the previous year, and my familiarity with the case being a vice chairperson of the Committee on Justice, that played a role in their decision in electing me as one.
Thank you po. And one final question on my end to Kong Jinky or to any other prosecutor. Isa po sa fina-float na scenario during this impeachment conversation is yung paano kung mag-resign si Vice President Sara sa kanyang pwesto. How will that affect the trial or will that effectively abort the trial? Ano po ang posisyon ng prosecution patungkol dito?
Before I answer the question, let me just formalize the designation of Congressman Zia Jong and Congresswoman Rene Go. They are not talking heads, they are House trial spokespersons. Congressman Zia Jong and Congresswoman Rene Go. To answer your question, this is my opinion, not the opinion of the 11 prosecutors. We have to remember that there are two principal penalties in case the respondent in an impeachment case is convicted. These two principal penalties are removal and perpetual disqualification. While resignation from office will render moot and academic the penalty of removal, it is my position that we need to continue the trial for the senator judges to be able to determine whether or not they will impose as well the penalty of perpetual disqualification. But that is my opinion. We haven't talked about this as 11 prosecutors of the HREP.
But is it an opinion shared by other members of the panel, maybe Kong Shell?
Let's hear from them.
Yes, of course. That's a very valid observation made by our chair.
Sige po. Thank you po.
Thank you, Dwight. Rose Casap, UNTV is next.
Follow-up ko lang po sa issue ni VP Duterte dahil kahit minsan ay hindi po siya humarap sa pagdinig ng House Prosecution Panel. Pero kayo po, since inaasahan na po natin na magpo-proceed yung trial, ano po yung expectations niyo po sa respondent? Kong Leila.
Alalahanin po natin that this is also due process for VP Sara. So, pagkakataon niya to. So, it's time for her to face and answer the accusations against her. Kung walang kasalanan, dapat walang iniiwasan o walang dapat iwasan. Wala rin dapat pagtakpan at hindi dapat ito hinaharang. So, well, I guess I heard from the news that the counsels of VP Sara will be responding to the summons by filing the appropriate answer. So, pagkakataon niya to, this is due process for her.
Regarding naman po sa pagiging lead prosecutor niyo po, Kong Jervil, bukod po dun sa kayo po yung pangunahing tatanggap ng notices and other issuances from the Senate Impeachment Court, ano po yung significance ng inyo pong posisyon as lead prosecutor?
Well, my understanding about my becoming the lead prosecutor is because I am the chairperson of the Justice Committee, which heard the impeachment complaints which were later on turned into the articles of impeachment That was upon the hearing and all the proceeding before the Justice Committee. About my obligation as lead prosecutor, I need to support and help my colleagues, all the 10, 11 prosecutors, to be able to establish all these 4 articles of impeachment. I anticipate also that I will be delivering the opening statement as well as the closing statement. That is in my capacity as the lead prosecutor of the House of Representatives.
Alright, last on my part na lang po. Kung, kasi po dun po sa articles of impeachment, kapansin-pansin na yung 2 articles of impeachment, yung unexplained wealth at saka po yung misuse of confidential funds, meron pong 8 at 9 natututok ng mga prosecutors. Ano pong wisdom behind that? Dahil ba yun sa bulk ng evidences or ng mga allegations dun po na nakapaloob dun sa articles of impeachment?
We should ask the lead prosecutor for these articles, Contrary Ridon for unexplained wealth.
Well, yun po unexplained wealth, ano po talaga ito, no? Masaklaw po talaga yung kaso po na ito. So, we will be deploying more prosecutors po for this particular aspect of the case. Kasi nakita niyo man po in the course of the House Justice Committee proceedings, marami pong mga opisina, ahensya, at witnesses at dokumento pong pinag-uusapan dito. So, each and every prosecutor will be presenting an entirely different set of agencies, documents, and witnesses po. So, this is in comparison to the other grounds kung saan I think the evidence, for example, for threats against the president, in which you have a smaller set of evidence which basically speaks for itself, no? So, mas maliit po yung bilang po ng mga prosecutors po na deployed for this particular ground.
And for confidential fund, of course, the reason why there are a lot of prosecutors compared to the other grounds is because there are more evidence, mostly documentary, which will be presented for us to be able to establish the article of confidential fund. So that is the reason why there are more prosecutors, both in unexplained wealth and in confidential fund, compared to threats and destabilization and bribery.
Sorry, just to press on that, hindi naman po ibig sabihin na mahirap patunayan yung mga allegations na yan, kaya mas maraming deployed na prosecutors.
Not necessarily. The unexplained wealth and the confidential funds evidence are mostly documentary, voluminous documentary evidence, which reason we will be needing a lot of prosecutors to help us present its article of impeachment.
Thank you, Rose. Bibian Gulia of ABS-CBN2 is now recognized.
Kong Jervil, ano po ang stand ng House Prosecution? Tingin niyo po ba makakabuti kung dadalo si Vice President Sara Duterte sa trial sa Senado sitting as an impeachment court?
I wish to add to the answer of Kong Laila a while ago. In addition to that being part of her due process, this is likewise her constitutional duty. Let us remember the mandate of transparency and accountability pronounced in the Constitution, and I think the people are waiting for her answers. So, aligned to that accountability mandate, I believe she should attend and present her defense.
Thank you, Kong Keith Flores. Ano po ang pwede naming asahan sa inyo as prosecutor? Kasi nga, you abstained. I know you mentioned some reasons earlier, pero hindi po ba sort of requirement among prosecutors na naniniwala sa articles of impeachment na kanilang dedepensahan at ipepresenta sa Senado?
That's why I said earlier that I could not in good conscience vote against the articles of impeachment because nakita naman natin yung evidence that was presented before the Committee on Justice, and it was unrefuted by the Vice President because she did not counter it at all. No? So, for me, parang it's easy. It's an easy decision. No? I'm taking on the role because not only was I elected, but because I also saw what was presented before the Committee on Justice.
Just to speak for the entirety of the panel, I don't think we have any doubt, no, on the confidence, integrity, and expertise of Congressman Flores to take on the role of public prosecutor. To be clear, the choice and election of the public prosecutor is based on their siyempre karanasan po bilang lingkod bayan at karanasan din po bilang mga abogado. At tingin naman po namin ay competent si Congressman Flores to take on the role as a public prosecutor.
And I would like to thank Kong Terry for that.
Last na lang, Kong Jervil, paano po, how did we arrive at the decision dun sa hatian po ng articles of impeachment?
Well, of course, we consider the familiarity of the prosecutors to the article. We have to remember that for bribery and confidential fund, these were the subject matters of the investigation of the Committee on Good Government back in the 19th Congress, no? As a matter of fact, for threats and destabilization, with the permission of the concerned prosecutors, these are the same assignments that they have during the first impeachment back in 19th Congress. I am referring, of course, to our lead prosecutor, Kong Noy Defensor, and Congresswoman Bel Zamora. So the first consideration is the familiarity to the article, and the second consideration is the choice of the public prosecutors where they wanted to be assigned.
Thank you, Bibian. Next is Isa Bendaño Mali of GMA-DCWB.
Hello po, magandang hapon po. Kanina po nabanggit po ni Senior Deputy Majority Leader Lawrence Defensor na isa sa mga hamon po sa House Prosecution Team, yung fake news, yung trolls. Pero kayo po, mga members po ng prosecution team, handa rin po ba kayo na kayo po yung magiging biktima ng fake news, ng trolls, uungkatin po yung inyong mga kasaysayan? Ano pong masasabi niyo? Thank you po.
Kung ako po ang tatanungin niyo, sanay na po ako niyan. So hindi na po uubra yan. Thank you.
Sanay na kaming lahat. Gusto lang naming magtulong-tulong tayo para mapaunawaan ang mga kapwa nating Pilipino na dapat manaig sana ang katotohanan, lalo na pinapanood ito ng ating mga anak, ng mga pamilya araw-araw. At hindi pwedeng mali na balita ang lumalabas sa social media na nababasa at napapanood. This will be a fight for the truth as well as a fight for accountability and a fight for justice, not only in this impeachment, but also in our quest together with the mainstream media to seek the truth and honesty in everything that we do.
May I just add to the assignment of articles? Kong Laila de Lima is likewise assigned or included in the Team 4 Confidential Fund.
I wish to clarify. So tatlo po yung teams. I'm a member of 3 teams. The threats, unexplained wealth, and confidential funds. Thank you.
Thank you, Isa. You done with your questions? Okay. Linesca Pan.
Good afternoon po. For the record lang po, do you intend to present the BIR box as evidence for the impeachment trial? Tama po ba? Would that be correct?
Well, we will finalize po. Up until pre-trial, that decision will have to be made by that time. Pero that is one of the pieces of evidence kasi we had transmitted it to the Senate impeachment court, no? So we will make that final determination as to whether to unseal the BIR box.
As a follow-up na lang po, kasi
Hindi na ho natin masikmura mga pinagsasabi nitong mga congressman na ito. Mga walang niya talaga itong mga ito. Tuloy natin.
I don't think there's doubt dun sa evidence given the 4 impeachment hearings, at least initially. Parang wala namang masyadong rebuttal on the quality of the evidence. But the question is, are you not worried that you will not be allowed to present evidence ultimately? Because I understand for every evidence that you want to present, you would need the approval of the Senate Impeachment Court for that.
I'm just recalling our experience during the Corona impeachment trial. Are you not concerned that, like Kong Shell knows this, the second envelope happened during the Corona trial? Evidence for the PAL case, PAL FASAP case, was not allowed by the Senate Impeachment Court to be presented. So do you have similar worries now that ultimately your evidence will not...
Hindi, pagka hindi pinapresenta yan, isa lang ibig sabihin yan. Sasabihin nila kung sino man ang kukontra, pinagtatanggol si Sara. Nakahanda na, madam. Ikaw naman, madam. Nakahanda na yung kanilang mga naratibo dyan. Kalmado ka lang, madam. Ha?
Be allowed by the court to be... will not be allowed to be presented.
Well, that is the purpose of the pre-trial. We are supposed to submit the list of witnesses as well as the list of evidence which will be presented during the trial, presentation of the prosecution's evidence. Although I understand that if the evidence is not yet available during the pre-trial, so long as we can justify the same, it may be presented still before the impeachment court, but that will be subject to the approval, of course, of the impeachment court. Kong Noy?
Hindi kami nag-aalala na haharangin ang ebidensya naming ilalabas sa impeachment trial. Kung haharangin ang ebidensya namin, remember that we are not the ones in trial. Huhusgahan din ng bayan ang ating mga senator judges. And while we will...
Yan sinasabi ko sa inyo, pagka hindi nila kinonvict si Sara, yung uhusgahan ng sambayan ng Pilipino ang ating mga senator judges. Yeah, kasi sila lang ang tama. Sila lang nagsasabi ng totoo. Sila lang ang may maleta. May laman damit, kayo naman.
Give them utmost respect. Siguradong ang pagtingin ng taong bayan sa isang impeachment court na hindi papayag na ilabas ang ebidensya ay makapagbabago ng damdamin ng mga Pilipino. Lalo na sa team ng depensa, kung hindi na kayo nagpakita, kung hindi na kayo sumipot, haharangin nyo pa din ang ebidensya. Hindi talaga maganda ito para sa isang ini-impeach na mataas na opisyal. So we're not worried. We're prepared to present our evidence. No matter what they will do, sila na ang maghusga sa amin. Igagalang namin ang ating impeachment court.
Iyon, galangin nyo lang. Kailangan
Chair,
nyo.
may I add? Klarong-klaro naman po The decision on admissibility of evidence are made by the Senate as an impeachment court. But the discretion to present evidence kung ano pa yung ihahain namin na ebidensya ay nasa kamay ng prosecution. And the court cannot interfere with that discretion. Kaya sa simula pa lang kung gusto po namin na magtawag ng witness o kaya magpresenta ng mga dokumento, ay nasa sa prosecution po yon. Now later on, how the Senate will evaluate that evidence or whether they will admit it will be subject of course to arguments and on both sides and then a decision by the court. Wala naman pinagkaiba yan sa regular na korte.
Dagdag ko lang, sana maintindihan din ng mga kababayan natin na hindi pwedeng harangin ng teknikalidad ang procedure sa isang impeachment court. Huwag po kayong maniniwala na may mga technicalities. Kasi ang isang impeachment trial at isang impeachment process.
Hindi, magbabase lang tayo dun sa mga jurisprudence. Kung anong ginawa nila nung nagdaang impeachment, kung ano yung rules na ginamit nila, kung paano nila trinato yung mga ebidensya at mga testigo, yun lang din pagagamitan natin. Huwag kayong para mga batang nagmamaktol dito sa impeachment ni VP Sara. Pagka hindi kayo pinagbigyan ng impeachment court, kagad pinagtatanggol na nila si Sara. Yun kasi ang naratibo nitong mga sira.
Sinadya ng mga sumulat ng ating konstitusyon na dapat...
Ito malumanay magsalita no? Sana ganyan ka rin kalumanay noong pinapasok na nila yung mga maleta sa helicopter nito si Zaldi. Kaya na nga mga kababayan, di na natin masigmura mga kabalbal nito mga congressman na to. Si Kit Flores ako naniniwala ako na meron ka ba sabit, Brad? Maraming salamat mga kababayan. Mag-ingat po kayo lahat. Mahal natin Pilipinas.